To find the horizontal asymptote, so that is the way we do. As x approaches infinity, we study 2n. So e to the power x will approach infinity. Everyone should know, correct? So therefore, my y, which is e to the power x minus 1, I got a lot of money. I give 1 ringgit to you. It's nothing to me. I still got a lot of money. So there's no upper limit. So as x approaches negative infinity, e to the power x will approach 0. Am I right? So therefore, my y, which is equal to e to the power x minus 1, will approach negative 1. Yeah. And from above or from below? From above, because is the lowest possible value for this one is, yeah, if you imagine, it will be 0 minus 1. So negative 1 is the lowest. The smallest possible for e to the power x is 0. So we write here from above. So this is the lower limit. So that means my y will not go below. In this case, my y will not go below negative 1. Like yesterday, the case is because there is a turning point. So we will talk about that in detail in chapter 3. Are you clear? Okay. Got it? So therefore, the horizontal asymptote is, yes, young man with white t-shirt is what? No, I will give you 0 mark for that. Yes, young lady, thank you. You learned from yesterday, correct? I told you already. When you talk about the equation of horizontal asymptote and vertical asymptote, you have to be very careful. You cannot just give me the number. You have to give me the equation. Yes? Young man with the white t-shirt. Yeah? The horizontal asymptote is? Thank you. So we have to be very careful with the way we say things, the way we present things. So that's why sometimes you say, I got the answer negative 1. Well, why, teacher, you mark me wrong? The reason is because you don't tell me that is y or x. You see or not? You cannot just throw me with a number and expect me to know what is it. Yeah. Is the value of the exponential term. Are always greater than 0. Correct? Why I need to know this? The reason is because if I ask you to solve this, is there a solution for this? So I will say no solution. Correct? So that is the reason why you have to know. Okay, thank you. Okay, any other things about exponential that you have to know? Next person. Yeah, you are right. So these are some true fact. E to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So if I give you e to the power of 3, do you consider this as a constant or a variable? Yes, thank you. So this is a constant. If the power is without the variable x, that means that term is a constant. So it's very important. Pi is a constant. E to the power of 3 is a constant. E to the power of -1 is a constant. As long as exponential term, the power is without the variable x, it is a constant. And it's the exact value. If you want to know the approximate value, you go to the calculator and get the answer. Yeah, so that is very important because afterward in chapter 2, we are going to deal with all this. Okay, yes, the next. The domain and range. Okay, usually exponential. Will I ask you for domain? No, it's understood. The variable, the power can take any real value. Am I right? So I won't ask you for the domain. I may ask you for the range. Good. So have to bear in mind, have to know. So if in the exam, I happen to ask you for the domain for exponential function, so what will you write down? Can I ask? Can. I just want to know whether my student know or not. So what is a domain? Can I write it like that? There are a few ways of writing, correct? So, or I can write it like that. I prefer to write it like that so that I tell people this is a real number. It means it can go any real number. Okay? Okay, what else about exponential that you and me must know? Next. Yes, a young lady with the black t-shirt. We just go by order, okay? Yeah, we have done that over here. That is this. Okay? That is that. E to the power of anything is always greater than 0. Right? So what else? Try to think. Yesterday I teach you a skill. You see, we still can remember what I teach you. I didn't have any notes with me, okay, by the way. I tried to achieve this because during my high school, I also got a lecturer whereby he just came in with 2 chalks. Everything is inside here, whatever he wants to teach. Do you know why we can do it like that? Do you think I really memorize everything? Do you know 1 hour ago, I planned what I want to teach now. I memorize it, what I want to teach here. So I'm always ahead of you. So whatever question I want to ask, I memorize inside here. So that is called preparation. Yep. Yes, yesterday. See, remember, I give you the exponential function for yesterday, and I said that skill is a must to remember. And these are all what you call the indices formula. When you learn about natural exponential, you must know all the indices rule. Yes. That is a very important thing that you and me must remember for exponential term. That is, if I have e to the power of 2x, I can write it as e to the power of x. This is very, very important because it will help you to solve. Am I right? So everyone can learn how to solve this. Solve means find the solution. Huh? Okay. Solve this, please. Okay. So I'm going to use this concept and show it to you how to get the solution. Okay. So I will write this as 2 e to the power x squared, take away 3 e to the power x minus 2 equal to 0. I let, if I don't like the k, so I can use any other alphabet other than x, okay? So I say let a be equal to e to the power x. So the variable that you choose, as long as not what is the variable used in the question, that will be fine. Yeah. So I have 2a squared minus 3a minus 2 equal to 0. So I will put down here 2a. If here is negative, one will be negative, the other one will be positive. Correct? And because here is negative, so the negative one should be bigger. So plus 1a minus 2 equal to 0. Am I right? So here negative 4a plus 1a, you get negative 3a. Clear? So my 2a, so factorization simple, better go and learn it up. Plus 1 equal to 0, so a equal to negative half. E to the power x equal to negative half. No solution. A equal to 2. You all know how I get the answer, huh? Okay, so e to the power x equal to 2. So x equal to ln 2. So this is a very important skill that you and me must know. That's why I say you and me, because I'm a maths teacher. If I don't know how to solve, how to teach a student to solve. Okay, so the next one, today I want to give you another formula about exponential. If the question give me an exponential term, which the base is not e, what should I do? So you have to memorize this formula. Okay, so if, for example, the question give me a term 2 to the power x, so how am I going to change it to exponential? So it will be in this way. E ln 2. So this is your 2 power x. Are you clear? If the base is 2, you change to exponential, it will be e to the power of ln 2. Don't ask me why. I don't want to go into the theory part. You just need to remember this, please. Okay? So that represents number 2. So next time, if I see e ln 5, so this is 5. Clear? Okay? That is how you change the base from any number to e. So the e become the power ln of the number. Are you clear? I try not to go into theory, I just memorize enough. The more I explain, the more confused you will be. Just let it be. Because you need to use it someplace, somewhere. So if I got any number 6, I can write as e to the power of ln 6. Are you clear? Okay, so this one, how we read? We read as e to the power of ln 2 is a number times x. So you better put it in a bracket if I combine it. Are you clear? So e to the power ln 2 times x. The x is not in the ln. Do you get me? So I put in a bracket. Are you okay? You can put in front. I can put the ln 2, the x in front, but usually when we write a variable, the coefficient we always write in front. We never write the coefficient at the back. That is the rule of maths. Like for example, I give you -2. Have you ever write like that? 2 times -1? No. You just write -2. Am I right? So this is not the normal way. I'm not saying you are wrong, but this is a normal way that we write a constant times x. That constant is called the coefficient of x. Am I right? So you always write the coefficient in front of the variable instead of at the back of the variable. Are you okay? So far, so good? Okay, good. I try to give you another one to solve before we go. Try to teach you as much skill as possible, okay? So you try to solve this equation, then we see how it go. Solve this. Okay, you want to be a positive person or want to be a negative person? Definitely, I want to be a positive person. Am I right? So if I want to be a positive person, I should do some changes on this. Am I right? How should I write e to the power negative x? Two. How should I write e to the power negative x? 1 over e to the power x. So you are right. So it's 2 times 1 over e to the power x. So now in this equation, correct? Can I find x before I know the value of e to the power x? Can I find x before I know the value of e to the power x? Definitely no, correct? So you are going to use just now the method let. Do you get what I mean? You can't find the value of x until and unless you know what is the value of e to the power of x. So now you use the same method. Let a be equal to e to the power of x and work it out, please. Okay, so I will write this as e to the power of x minus 2 over e to the power of x plus 1 equal to 0. I let k be equal to e to the power of x. So I have k minus 2 over k plus 1 equal to 0. Next time you got k at the denominator, correct? You just tell yourself that I'm going to get it of you by multiplying the whole equation with k. That means every term in the equation you multiply with k. So this is a technique. So I have k squared minus 2 plus k equal to 0. Are you clear? So don't worry. So when I teach algebra in a lower form, when there is an unknown at the bottom of the fraction, I say, when you see fraction very difficult, correct? If it's in the equation, you get it off the denominator by multiplying every single term in the equation with that number. Then you are settled. So if I factorize this, I rewrite this as, okay, the only product to get -2 is -2 times 1. Am I right? So when you factorize, you see here is a plus. So here will be plus 2, here will be minus 1. Are you okay? So I got e to the power of x equal to -2. You can jump step, up to you. Now I'm jumping some step. Okay, so here I write no solution. Okay, e to the power of x is equal to 1. So in this case, you don't have to change to ln. You ask yourself, e to the power of what will give you 1? Known fact. So therefore, x equal to 0. You know, correct? Just now we have done it, correct? Yeah. E to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So my x is equal to 1. 0, sorry. Are you okay? So whenever you have things like that, you just have to be very, very careful. Okay. One more things to take away for exponential. This is to prepare you for chapter 2. Whenever you see expression or terms in this way, like for example, I have 3 over 2 e to the power of 5x. Okay, the way we rewrite this, do you know this can be read as do you know that? So this will be 3 over 2 e to the power of -5x. So this is the coefficient of the exponential term. Are you clear? You have to learn how to rewrite this thing in this form so that when you do your calculus, you will be able to do it well. Are you okay? So very important. Another one is, okay, the one when I teach rational function, then I will let you know how to write it. Okay, same with if I have 1 over 5x to the power of 2. I will write this as 1 over 5 x to the power -2. I will write it in this form. Okay, since we are talking about it, just let you know. Okay, so these are all the things about exponential that you have to know, because when we get into chapter 2, that is next week, a lot of questions about differentiation will be dealing with exponential and natural log. That's why I pay a lot of attention on how to write it and make sure you know all the terms well. Okay? So you see, I spent about 4 hours on this. So you see how important these two are. Okay. Got it? Good. It manually, you solve it graphically. And you also can solve it by using your graphic calculator later when I get into chapter. When you get your graphic calculator, I will teach you how to solve it using your graphic calculator. We call it the solver. Yeah, so all this we will do it later. Yeah, so you see when I sketch a graph, there's no intersection. That means this equation is no solution. So the point of intersection between two graphs is the solution for the equation. Are you clear? So this is another concept that you have to bear in mind. Huh? Okay, I write like that. So it can be any function. Yeah. Okay, in this question, there is no point of intersection, so there is no solution for this equation. If there are 3 points of intersection, means got 3 solutions. That's it. In the bracket, within the log must be more than 0. Okay, so now if I give you this, y equal to log 5x minus 2, take away log 3 minus x. So I ask you to find the domain. I ask you to find the domain. Quick, do that. So when you talk about natural log, it's always finding the domain. Whatever in the log must be greater than 0. Wait, I see whether the number I give is okay or not. Okay, fair. So for natural log, the important thing is the domain. You have a look. Okay, so very important. Whatever in the log. So I have the first one, 5x minus 2 must be greater than 0. And 3 minus x must be greater than 0 also. You see the word and. So that means here my x must be greater than 2 over 5. And my x must be less than 3. So there are 2 vertical asymptotes here. So if I combine these 2 together, which means that my x must be greater than 2 over 5, to what extent? It must be less than 3. So this is the meaning of n. If you can't see it, let me draw with number line. Here is my 2/5. Put a circle. Go to the right means greater. So this represents x greater than 2/5. Here is the 3. This represents x is less than 3. So intersection part is the end. Still remember this? So therefore, the domain for this case, x is a member of real number, and so the vertical asymptote are, okay, young man with the white t-shirt. Hello, the one sitting in front, you want to give me? You don't want to give me? You don't want to try? No, you see, just now you have done something which is not right, and I corrected you, correct? Like yesterday, your friend also, I corrected her and she can remember. So I'm here not to put you down, not to laugh at you. I'm here to make sure you get the right thing. Yes, young man here. You see how your friend say? All right. So if you plot this graph, that means here is your 2/5. Here is your 3. Yeah. So the graph is only here. How it go, I don't know. We don't have to know. We have graphic calculator later. So don't trouble ourselves. So when come to natural log, what is important is the domain. Correct? Okay. So you see, another few rules about natural log that I want you to take notes of. Yeah. So you please bear this in mind. Okay. Ln 1 is equal to 0. True facts. Ln E is equal to E. You ask yourself. If you don't know, you ask yourself like that. E to the power of what equal to E? 1. So 1, no? Okay. Formula. Ln A plus A. Wait, I want the other way around. If I have ln A times B over C times D. So whatever at the numerator you break into ln, you plus. Whatever at the denominator you minus. Are you clear? You can break into here like that. So this is a very important ln rule that you must remember. All the ln. So if I have ln 3x minus 1 times x divided by 2x minus 2. So I can write it as ln 3x minus 1 plus ln x minus ln 2x minus 2. So this is a very important rule that you must know. So this done, you just memorize by heart. Okay, second rule. if I have ln a to the power of n, a to the power n is in the ln. So this can be written as n times of ln a. So which means that if I have ln x to the power of 5, so I can write this as 5 times of ln x. I prefer to write it like that. And I read it this way. And bear in mind that ln x to the power of 5 is not equal to ln x power 5. It's not the same. The power 5 for the left one is for the x only. The right hand side is the ln x, the whole thing to the power of 5. Are you clear? So there is a difference. So all these you have to have a clear cut of it. Get me? So there are a few rules, a few formula. Every one of us from today onward, you have to bear that in mind. Yeah. If you are a person not very good in memorizing formula, you should write down in a small cut. Whenever you are free, just have a look at it until it becomes part of you. Nah, don't let COVID-19 become part of you. Let all this formula become part of you in your blood. You see, I can recall all the formula because day in and day out, I'm talking about it.